On top of a pandemic, apparently we still have a race issue going on in a first world country, no less. How does that happen? How is that still a thing? Hey guys, can we start by looking at this amazing top? I got this for free. I was thrifting the other day and I saw this really cute dress, and the seller was in the middle of moving, so she's getting rid of some clothes and she gave me this for free. Like, oh my God. I am back here today with another topic to talk about, because apparently this pandemic is not the only bad thing happening in the world right now. Why am I laughing? But anyway, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of issues happening around the world right now. It is insane. We kicked off the year by thinking that there will be a World War III. Bruh. Which, is it coming? We don't know. It might at this point. And then we were talking about an alien invasion. Everything has gone to shit. Feels like a fucking karmic relationship between the universe and humanity, because everything is on fire. Like, on top of a fucking pandemic, there's a race issue going on in a first world country, a so-called first world country, no less. And the exposure to Black Lives Matter actually exposes another racial issue in my own country. Turns out there is a lot of tension between the military and the people of Papua, which is insane. I feel like it's been happening for ever since our country became a country. It has been a problem. Wait, there's more. What else is happening in the world? Because of the internet and social media, we are easily exposed towards these disasters and tragedies. Knowing these things and not being able to help really makes my anxiety go. There is this feeling of not being able to help, especially those that are outside my country. It just makes you overthink. It makes you really frustrated to know that these things happen around the world, but you can do little to no help to help them. And I think it's great that the internet gives us this bridge in order to know what's going on around the world and, you know, be more together than ever. But it's also like a lot of exposures to tragedies. So I decided to take a break from activism. And that makes me feel bad. Then I feel like I'm just making excuses. Like, okay, I can't care that much because they're happening outside of my country. But then my country has problems of its own. Not only does it have the Papua problem that I mentioned earlier. Recently, the parliament delayed a bill that is supposed to help women and victims of sexual violence in my country because it is too hard to understand. The bill to abolish sexual violence in this country is considered hard to understand. By the way, this bill has been discussed for 8 years. It was presented in 2012 and right now it's 2020. 8 years and it's still too hard. Bruh. This news happened while we just heard news that a 13-year-old child was raped by her own cousin and was pregnant. And then they were forced to marry. Without a bill to help victims of sexual violence, this is the norm. Things are dealt with in a family-friendly way. So incest is on the fucking table now, apparently. So this family decided to marry her to her rapist, who is her cousin. And then after she gave birth, she got raped by her own father-in-law. That's right, the cousin's father raped her after she gave birth. And then on top of that, this pandemic, having people in quarantine, it has really raised the roof of victims of domestic abuse. And because it's hard for people to make money at this moment, families decided to give their children away to marry a man because they believe that it will help the children, and now they regret it and would rather raise them and have them go back to school. As a woman who lives in this country, I have to speak up. I have to do something. Whatever it is, I should be doing something, right? But I didn't. So all of these stories are just like resurfacing an old trauma that I have. But because I have this trauma, it made me even more responsible in a way, because I feel like I should be helping because I've been through it. But at the same time, like, because I've been through it, this is very triggering for me. Therefore, I have to take a break. And I don't know, I just feel like a bad feminist. I feel like I'm in a weird conundrum and nothing is right. But you know what? It's hard to care about everything in the world if you don't care about yourself first. So for all of you out there who is feeling like me, who is feeling bad for taking a break, who feels like you're a bad activist or you're a bad feminist for not doing your part, here's a message for you. You cannot care about everything that is happening on this earth. It is impossible for you to care about all of it, because there's just so many things, and you can only care so much. It is exhausting to care about everything. It can create anxiety and even apathy because of so much exposure towards tragedies. So I'm going to tell you ways to be able to take care of yourself so you can be more mindful towards the causes that you follow and support. Number 1, de-stress. If you do not recharge your battery, then you cannot give your all towards your causes. So you need to de-stress. 2, setting emotional boundaries. Know when to stop scrolling through social media. Know when to stop reading. Know when to stop. Just know when to stop. 3, build a support system. Talk to your friends about it. Talk to like-minded people online on the internet who feels the same way as you do about these issues, and lift each other up, support each other. And not only will it eases your emotional responsibility towards the cause, it will also help you feel less alone, because you are not the only person to care about these causes, and you are not the only person going through a break right now or going through a hard time caring about these causes. 4, use healthy coping mechanisms. So if you need to take a break, please go to your hobbies or do something that you love. For me personally, I like listening and watching BTS content because they make me so happy without even trying. Or pouring out my emotions in a painting. Or sometimes I play first-person shooter video games, because in video games, your goal is to shoot and kill people, and it could really take the burden off, if you have some tension towards some people on this earth without actually killing them. Number 5, pick causes that are near and dear to your heart. We know that we can't care about every single problem that is happening on this earth. So we should focus on the ones that we are most passionate about. Why? Because instead of compartmentalizing our energy, we could just focus on these causes. And because we are passionate about these causes, we will dig deeper, we will research harder, care deeper, and we would fight better and harder for these causes. That way, we are able to make the most impact towards the world. And now we can have conversations about those causes and share what we've learned about it and what we know about it, then spread it to even more people, which leads me to my last message, which is that it is okay to just know. Sometimes it's okay that you can't do anything to help. Sometimes it's okay that you can't care too deeply about a subject. Sometimes it's okay to just know that there are injustices happening around the world. Because acknowledging that there is a problem is one step into understanding the problem. And if we know that there is a problem on this earth, it means that it needs to be solved and something needs to change. So yeah, don't beat yourself up. It's okay if you are unable to help or you are unable to do anything about it. By knowing you are already helping. And if you can't speak up and if you can't care about it, then you can give space to the people who does. I am saying this not just for you, but also for me to finally follow my own advice. That yeah, it's okay to take a break. Like, it doesn't make me or you a bad feminist. And I think that it's really important that you take care of your mental health and well-being before diving back into activism. Also, if you take a break and you fuel your battery back up, basically, you're going to come back stronger than ever. You're going to care more about the causes that you're passionate about. So like, you can continue to fight. Please be more mindful in taking care of yourself in order to keep fighting the fight for the causes that you are passionate about. And I truly hope that I also follow my own advice on this one. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Vita. Never give up, never give in.